This week, we are in Numbers, chapter 20 through 24. It has been 37 years since Israel's first spy mission into the Promised Land, and 40 years since their exodus from Egypt. The Bible has been virtually silent those 37 years. The generation of those who had lived in Egypt had almost died off, and the new generation would soon be ready to enter the land of aimless wandering. The people still blamed Moses for their lack of water and certain foods. One sad event that happened was when Moses became angry and did not follow the Lord's command. Moses hit the rock instead of speaking to it and would never enter the promised land because of his mistake. After all the things Moses had done, obedience to God is very important. The reading in these chapters is full of events. Miriam and Aaron are both gone now, and Eleazar takes over the leadership from Aaron. The nation of Israel is on the move as God gives them one victory after another, gives them healing by believing that their God could heal them, and also by giving them water. As we begin chapter 22, we see that the old generation has died and a new generation stands poised at the border, ready to enter the promised land. Israel had become a strong nation, thanks to God, and there were countries who had become frightened of them and what they could do. Balak was one ruler who was frightened enough to send for a sorcerer named Balaam to place a curse on the Israelites. The story of Balaam is about a man who was ready to obey God's command as long as he could profit from doing so. He traveled 400 miles to curse Israel for Balak, but in the end, blessed them instead. The rest of the chapters describe the messages that God gave Balaam. They went to various locations to try and entice him to curse the Israelites, thinking a change in scenery would do it. However, changing scenery will not change God's will. 4 out of 4 times, a blessing instead of a curse was given. In this fourth oracle, Balaam saw Israel's future glory in the coming of the Messiah. God used a covetous prophet to give a beautiful picture of the Savior and the victories he would win. These chapters were a fun read of storytelling. God can use anything and anyone to accomplish his plans. God showed his ultimate sovereignty over good and evil. Devotions following each chapter are written by Jeannie and Heather this week. And remember, Biblical Shakers will make reading the Bible more enjoyable for you. I pray the Lord will put a hunger on your heart.